For 9 straight days, Ethereum recovered back towards the upside, but today we had a rejection at around the $2,600 level. Is Ethereum destined to be pushed back further down with this huge Ethereum EIP 1559 update coming? We're going to look at what that is and what it's going to potentially do for the Ethereum price in today's episode, as well as look at my price predictions for Ethereum going forward. So make sure you watch to the end of the video. Hello guys, and welcome to the House of Crypto. I make videos about Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies, so if you're new to the channel, please smash that like button as well as the subscribe button to be kept up to date with all happening in Ethereum as well as other cryptocurrencies. Without further ado, then let's jump into the first piece of news for Ethereum for today. Over the next couple of days, guys, we're going to see the implementation of the EIP, or the Ethereum Improvement Program 1559, and what is that potentially going to do to the price. Now, we've been talking about this quite a lot on this channel, and many different channels have also been talking about it because it's potentially going to be huge, and there is potential risks associated with it, which we're going to touch on in a moment. But basically, Ethereum will move from a proof of work to a proof of stake. So what that basically means in layman's terms is it's going to become much more economical to run Ethereum. So we think back to what Elon Musk and many others said about Bitcoin being very bad for the environment, etc. It's going to change Ethereum and make it cleaner by around 98%, which is obviously a very good thing, as well as all the things that are being built on it, etc. At the moment as well, lots of tokens are issued each day as rewards for mining. What's going to be brought in with the EIP 1559 is that each day around 1,000 ETH will be issued as rewards for the miners, but 6,000 tokens will be burned. That's not without issue, because in the past the miners were receiving a huge amount of tokens, and many miners and many big miners around the world have said that potentially they wouldn't be interested in mining Ethereum anymore, and they could potentially reject transactions, etc., kind of by boycotting the system, right? Which could potentially be very bad for Ethereum. But ultimately, if Ethereum is still profitable to be mined, there will be people who will start coming in and taking up the supply. And obviously, when there's less miners running, the rewards, etc., will be much higher. So I think in terms of what's likely to happen, there might be a few sort of disgruntled miners, but in the long run, it should be fairly solid. Now, ultimately, we won't likely see surges in gas fees like we have done in the past when there's huge demand, etc. We have seen up to 5x, maybe even 8x in terms of the gas fee prices. What we will potentially see is a base fee increase of around 12.5% to cover all the extra costs, etc. For the mining. But ultimately, this is a good thing because we won't find ourselves in positions with such high costs, and this could help out in terms of delivering more volume into the market. So to put it simply, in a nutshell, the way I believe that things are going to happen, we've got basically now a deflationary asset. Everything in the world basically works by supply and demand. The more tokens that you remove from the market, the price is inevitably going to slowly start to creep up. We think about Bitcoin, halving cycles do tend to kick off what happens in terms of the bull cycle. So I can't see anything other than this being a good thing for Ethereum. If you disagree with me, make sure you leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear your opinion on that. Without further ado then, let's jump into the Ethereum charts. So guys, this is looking at the 4-hour on the Ethereum chart, and what we had, so earlier on today, we came up and we put in a new high just close to $2,700 of around $2,685, which is near to this Fibonacci level here, but didn't quite make it that high before seeing a rejection. We were in this diamond pattern here, which target price is basically the run of where it started, and as you can see, we came back down, and within sort of an 8-hour period we came back down and we've touched our target price, which just basically moves us on to the next thing. In terms of this W pattern, which we've been looking at for a while, this is still very much in play. Obviously, if we were to come back down below this level at around the $2,416, $2,410 level, then that could potentially have that out of play, and we would likely then see a move back down where we might see a test of around 2,233 and potentially further than that. But until we break below this level, in my opinion, I'm still going to remain bullish. Obviously, we've got the upgrade on the cards and things are looking quite promising. We have obviously had a huge amount of green candles for the last week or so, so we're obviously going to have a bit of a cool off. Looking at the RSI, you can see a bit of a drop in the price there, but at the same time the price was going up here, which was obviously a bearish divergence, which would indicate that we potentially were due to have a bit of a cool off. We're still finding support above various moving averages, and the target price for this W pattern is still back towards the sort of $3,300 level. But this significant area between the $2,906 level and the sort of $2,200 level, we can see the amount of movement that's happened in here over the past few months. So this is not going to be an easy level to get through. If we can continue to push up and beat these highs beyond the sort of $2,800 level, then things are looking much more bullish in my opinion. So we'll just have to see whether we can play out and get back above this level here around the 2,700, which we potentially might see further resistance from. Now, one of the most exciting things happening at the moment for Ethereum is if we look at the Ethereum Bitcoin chart on the 4-hour. As you can see, back since the beginning of May, we've been in this large descending triangle pattern. Ethereum currently the price is around 6.5% of a Bitcoin, but as you can see, literally yesterday we've had this breakout happening here, of which the target price is up towards the 9.2%, obviously significantly higher than our current position. We have today obviously seen a bit of a dip in both the Bitcoin price and more significantly in the Ethereum price, which has obviously seen us dip perhaps back inside of this pattern. So it'll be interesting to see whether the upgrade can see us push harder out of here, in which case if we have some good volume and this is pushing, then we have this target price up here, which if we can think about in the future where we've got Bitcoin potentially pushing towards 100,000, maybe even 150,000 before the end of the year, then that is looking very exciting for Ethereum. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you got any value out of it at all, please smash up that like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm. And if you hold Ethereum or you're interested in buying Ethereum, then make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can be kept up to date with all of the Ethereum trades happening as I take them. And you can always unsubscribe later on if you change your mind. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you again tomorrow with another Ethereum update. Bye-bye.